Northern Ireland Football League, Irish Premiership and Championship, start date may be delayed. Published an extraordinary general meeting has been called by the Northern Ireland Football League for Tuesday to try and prevent the new Irish Premiership and Championship seasons being delayed. In the top tier, Cliftonville's hosting of Crusaders is due to kick off the opening weekend of the 2026-27 season on Friday, while Strabane Athletic face Institute in the championship. But the fallout from a legal challenge involving Banbridge Town and their appeal over the restructuring of the third tier of football in Northern Ireland could prevent the campaign from starting as planned. Banbridge are one of 10 clubs who will be moved from the Premier Intermediate League Pills, which was under NIFL's governance until last season, to the newly formed Conference League, which will be run by the Northern Amateur Football League NAFL. That decision meant that Banbridge and the other 10 clubs who were not included in the expanded 16-team championship were no longer NIFL members, which was deemed unlawful by the Irish FA's Appeals Committee.
So why is everyone suddenly talking about GLP-1?
It's the hormone that helps control cravings, blood sugar, and appetite. Basically, it tells your brain you're full.
Most GLP-1 supplements out there are actually cinnamon or turmeric in a capsule,
Which don't actually support GLP-1.
Edavita GLP-1 is different. It's the first capsule with Akkermansia, a gut bacteria linked to GLP-1 release.
Plus berberine, green tea, grapeseed, hibiscus, and prebiotics to feed the good bacteria.
Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/7 to explore the details.
It is understood the Northern Ireland Football League has called an EGM with its 47 member clubs on Tuesday to try and resolve the issue. How likely is it the start of new season will be impacted? The PIL had been the third tier of NIFL since 2016 and is now set to be replaced by the Conference League, which will be run by NAFL. As a result, NIFL will only control the top two leagues of Northern Irish football and has now expanded the championship from 12 to 16 teams. The top 4 teams from last season's PIL Moyola Park, Strabane Athletic, Rathfirland, and Newry City were promoted to the championship. But the 10 teams who finished between 5th and bottom of last year's PIL Dollstown, Ballymacash Rangers, Portstewart, Oxford Sunnyside, Dergview, Ballyclare Comrades, Knockbreda, Coag United, Lisburn Distillery, and Banbridge Town are all set to feature in the inaugural Conference League. Ballymena and Provincial League champions St. James Swifts and Rosario, who came 5th in NAFL's Premier Division last season, are also due to complete the new 12-team league. But Banbridge, who finished bottom of the PIL, believed the decision to remove the side from the NIFL structures was unlawful and appealed to the Irish Football Association IFA. Banbridge argued that NIFL had not followed its own regulations by not previously securing approval from member clubs at an annual general meeting AGM or EGM to bring its annual regulations into operation, and their appeal was upheld by the IFA's Appeals Committee. Despite the appeal, NAFL and NIFL have both pushed ahead with their plans to begin the season this weekend. NIFL has now called an EGM so that clubs can ratify NIFL's articles, rules, and regulations. An EGM normally requires a 21-day notice period, but it is understood that NIFL will meet with clubs on Tuesday to stop a possible delay to the start of the season. To push forward with an EGM, 90% of the clubs must agree. That means 43 of the 47 teams, which men's and women's premiership clubs, the championship clubs, and those in the Premier Intermediate League last season. Then, if the meeting goes ahead, 75% of the clubs would have to vote with NIFL. If an EGM does not take place or the vote does not gain approval, NIFL could continue with the start of the season as planned, but may be open to potential legal challenges by clubs.